listening to Proof Text, a Glossa House podcast by Dr. T. Michael W. Halcomb, Dr. Frederick J. Long, Dr. Mario Melendez, Dr. Jennifer Noonan, and J. M. Smith. Welcome and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Proof Text. I am Michael Halcomb, and in this episode we're thinking about how to grow our Greek vocabulary. So that means this is a Growcabulary episode. In particular, we're thinking about a Greek root, and the Greek root is theta upsilon, thew. Now, a lot of people have trouble pronouncing that ew, as in thew, but here's one trick to maybe help with that. When you say the English word cheese, like when you're taking a picture, e, and you got the edges of your lips stretched out, e, do that, and then you're going to slowly round it to an oo, still like this. Ew. And when you do that whole motion, ew, that do it quicker, and that's it. That's the thew, right? So there you go. That's how you do it. So if you're watching, I'm going to pull up stepbible.org here, and we're just going to do a quick search and look at the Greek root thew. So I got my keyboard set to Greek here, and if you're just watching, that's fine too. There we go. I typed it in, and we got numerous words like theuatira, rather. That's Thyatira, theuatira, theugater. These aren't the ones we're looking at. We're actually looking at these theumiama, theumiaterion, theumiao, theumomacheo, thumos, thumoo, theusia, theusiasterion, and theuo. These have to do with sacrifice or burning, like burning a sacrifice, but they also can have an emotional sense, like an inner sense, an emotional burning. Now, when we look at words like thumos and thumoo, wrath or anger, it's problematic actually to find thumos as wrath and thumoo as anger. That's a confusion. It's one or the other, right? Because wrath and anger are different things. Wrath is a separation from, anger is an internal feeling. So when we talk about the wrath of God, we're not talking about God being angry, God's internal feeling. That's a completely different thing. We're also not talking about God's judgment. Judgment is essentially just the consequences of us earning or reaping the consequences of our sins. So, right? If God enacts his wrath, that means he departs, he leaves. Imagine him like holding back a floodgate of our consequences. Well, when he departs his wrath, boom, here comes the consequences of our sin. That's judgment upon us. Right? So, anyways, I didn't know I was going to go there, but we're thinking about this Greek root thew, and it has to do, as I said, with anger, sacrifice, burning, really. Like burning something literally or figuratively. We can look at just theusia, and we'll get a few examples here. Like in Matthew 9:13, we have eleos telo ke ou theusian. I desire, or I want mercy and not sacrifice. That doesn't mean God never wants us to sacrifice like ourselves or things for him, but this is talking about a specific kind of sacrifice, right? It's all over the place, this theusia. We can find it all the way through the New Testament. A lot of it in Hebrews was talking about that, like priestly imagery and whatnot. We find here in Luke 13:1, we have metaton theusion avton with their sacrifices, and so on and so forth. I don't need to keep going on about this, just enough to say that thew has to do with anger, burning, sacrifices. So, I don't really have a mnemonic device for this one, but it's easy enough. It's theta upsilon, 2 letters, thew, and you can remember, hopefully, that this has to do with anger, burning, sacrifice, and I'm going to stop there. That's all. That helps.
Interested in growing your ancient language skills but not sure where to start? Glossa House can help. From illustrated readers and short stories to lexicons and grammars, Glossa House offers a variety of resources for beginning, intermediate, and experienced ancient language learners. Head to glossahouse.com today. Glossa House, language resources for the global community.